What is going on, my friends and family? Welcome back to another video here on Team Acne. Now, today's video, we are going to be talking about my experience using Differin gel, which is a retinoid, for the past 60 days. So I originally was gonna do this for 1 month, and so many of you have asked where the video is. I wanted to do it a little bit longer because as I researched more into it, I found out that you actually do need to be using Differin for longer to actually see full results. So I wanted to make sure that this was a good comprehensive video that shows you my results. So we're gonna go through, break down week by week what I experienced and the results that I saw, and whether or not I think it's something that everybody should use. Okay, so real quick, for people who don't know what Differin is and people who don't know what retinoids are, retinoid and retinols are things that you hear about a lot. Retinols are a lower concentration. You can buy them over the counter, at your store or whatever, but retinoids are usually prescriptions. So that means you have to get it prescribed from a doctor, but there is one product that you can buy over the counter that is actually technically a retinoid, and it's called Differin gel. It's a very popular thing, and it has retinoic acid, which does a lot of different things, but mainly what it does is it helps to eliminate acne for people who need it. It's kind of like a topical version of Accutane, right? If you ever heard of Retin-A, it's the same kind of a thing. So it can get rid of active acne, or if that's not something that you're necessarily dealing with, it can help improve the texture of your skin, wrinkles, fine lines, marks, post-acne inflammation, because it does stimulate collagen regrowth. And so overall, this is one of those ingredients that in the skincare world is just like renowned. Like, it's one of those magical ingredients that, people say everybody should be using. So I wanted to try it out with this Differin gel. So let's just jump right into this. All right, so the first week, basically the way I was using it was every single night I would use it before I went to bed. I would use a little bit of moisturizer first, that's how I'd apply it, and then I would put the retinoid on my face, the Differin gel on my face. The problem is I was using too much, so you're only supposed to use about a pea size because a little goes a long way. I was using a little bit too much. Week 1, I didn't see any differences from day 1 to day 7. I just was like, all right, this will take some time. So week 1, pretty simple, nothing going on. All right, week 2. Now this is where the fun begins, if you want to call it that, but there is an initial breakout period with a lot of different ingredients and products that you use, but especially when it comes to retinoids. People have experienced this before with Retin-A, or if you've taken Accutane, there's an initial breakout period, an IB period. For me, on week 2, I started to break out, started getting more pimples than usual, especially around my cheek area and stuff. And I generally don't have that many pimples, so I did, in my brain, I was like, that definitely correlates to me having started using Differin gel, which I was expecting, but I was like, all right, breaking out a little bit more. Week number 3. Now, I'm kind of one of those people who uses too much of stuff instead of using less of stuff. So by week 3, I noticed my skin started to get really dry, and I use moisturizer every single day. It's one of my, I have to have it every single day. If I don't have it, I feel like I'm on, an island with no water. So I do use moisturizer quite a bit, but even then I was still drying out quite a bit. So I was looking into it and I was like, maybe I'm using too much. Maybe I need to do something different. Basically what I found out was that I was just using like 2 or 3 times more than I should be using. So then I cut back. So I was using just a pea size and spreading it all over my face. And at this point, my initial breakouts were still there, but they were starting to get a little bit better. And so, yeah. All right, week number 4. Now this is where it actually starts getting interesting, because this is where I started to see my first bits of results. Now, by this period, I mostly had gotten over the initial breakouts. My face was mostly clear again. The dryness had started to go away because I was using less of the Differin gel. And the thing that I started to notice was that my face was just slightly softer feeling. I don't know if this is true or if I was just kind of getting a placebo feel, but I felt like I was seeing some of my aging wrinkles and stuff starting to fade a little bit. I felt like I was seeing a little bit more of a smoother consistency on my skin. That was only 4 weeks in, so maybe I was just guessing. I don't know. That's what it felt like though. So that was month 1. Now let's talk about month 2 altogether. Now I had gone through a whole tube of Differin gel, so I ordered another tube of Differin gel, and I continued to use it. Now the initial breakout period had passed. I no longer was breaking out from using it daily. The dryness had gone away. I was no longer being dry from using it daily. And in general, I think I saw the results improving a little bit more. Nothing drastic, nothing where I was like, month 2 was like 5 times better than month 1. No, just like, just kind of going along the same path, maybe 5-10% better as I continued going through the month. But basically, my ultimate breakdown of it was that I thought it was pretty great. A bit of an initial breakout period, a bit of some, adjustments, getting used to it and allowing my body and my skin to get used to it. As I researched more, I found out that Retin-A and Differin gel generally takes about 12 weeks before you start to see like the full results from it. So about 3 months. So about 2 months into it now. I'm going to continue using it. I will admit that sometimes now after the 60-day period, I do fall off, and sometimes I don't use it for a whole week, and then sometimes I'll be using it consistently. So I know I need to improve on that, but maybe in about another 4 months or something like that, I can do like a 6-month review and really be like, here's my full results. As I've gone through this experience, I've watched a lot of other people's videos, and what I see a lot with them is that some people use it for acne, some people use it for aging wrinkles, and some people use it for their post-acne marks. And all of those people seem to have pretty good reviews of it. A couple people say that they didn't really like it. Some people say that they stopped taking it because of some adverse reaction. A lot of people will say that if they have sensitive skin or they use too much of it, it can really dry them out, and it can also really exacerbate their redness or their eczema or whatever kind of, inflammation issues that they have. And so I do think that it's not just like literally perfect and you can't fail. I would say that you should do a little bit of research into the instructions of it, but it does seem like it's a pretty great product for pretty much anybody, and also for whatever type of skin issue you're trying to improve. And for me, like I said, it's just fine lines and wrinkles and a little bit of just texture of the skin. So my overall review of it is, dude, it's awesome, and it's pretty good price, and it's on Amazon. You can get it over the counter. You don't need to go to a doctor to get a prescription. So I do think that this is one of those really, really cool products and ingredients that does deserve the amount of hype it gets, where a lot of products in the acne world, I feel like, do not deserve the hype they get. But they just, they like pay influencers to talk about them so everyone knows about them. But I'm like, I don't know if those products are as good as everyone seems to think they are. But Differin seems like it is. So there you have it. There's my review. A lot of you guys have been asking if I've been doing anything for my face over the past year, because a lot of you have been saying you've seen improvements in the texture of my skin and also just the clarity of my skin. So that's what I've been doing for about 2 months. I'm gonna continue doing it. And then for the past year, actually about 1.5 years now, I've been using Banish, which if you don't know about Banish already, it's my favorite skincare line. I love them so much. I used them for about 6 months before I actually talked to them about becoming an affiliate and ambassador for them. And then I got a code and a link. So if you wanna get it, it's Brian5, all caps Brian5, take $5 off your order of 50 or more. And it's by far my favorite products out there. Seen massive improvements in my skin texture and the way that my skin feels smooth wise, because I do have some acne scars that I try to improve. I used to have a lot of redness. As you can see, I don't really have a lot of redness anymore, but they have like a whole lineup that's really good with like a dermis stamp. They also have like these vitamin C creams. They make everything in small batches each week. So the products that you're buying are only a week old at the oldest, whereas a lot of products you're getting out from the stores and stuff are 6 months or older than that, which means a lot of the active ingredients in those products have degraded and aren't doing the thing that you paid for. So for me, I think Banish is one of the best things ever. It's improved my skin so much. I posted before, after of my scars, and people were like amazed. I was amazed because I haven't looked at the difference. It's huge. Anyways, if you guys do want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description below, banishbrian.com. Highly recommend their products. But what I want to know now is, if you guys have ever tried Differin gel or retinoids or retinols even, what have you experienced? Have you seen a huge improvement? Have you seen not really anything? Has it made things worse? What's your experience? So other people can read it in the comments below. Leave it down there. If you enjoyed this video, as always, give it a big old thumbs up. Helps me out, helps the algorithm, get my videos out to more people. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Remember, you are not alone, you are beautiful, and you're part of Team Acne. I'll see you, skin bosses, very soon.